Hello, everybody. As a part of the 2025 Virginia Datathon with the theme of leveraging data for smoother transportation, our team, the DataCrushers, will be addressing a prevalent issue in Virginia, transportation gaps which are affecting students. This will be presented today by Shreya Bandla, Shankari Ravalaparthi, Anya Matthew, Rishabh Kambam, Anika Kamujula, and Zaina Malik.
We wanted to explore how students in Richmond access public schools, and we found some major gaps in transportation equity. First, over 40% of Richmond public school zones don't have a transit stop within a quarter mile. That means for many students, getting to school by bus just isn't a viable option. Even more concerning, 1 in 4 students have to walk over a mile, often on streets with no sidewalks or bus lanes. This not only increases the commute time, but also creates serious safety risks. First, we looked at bus schedules and found that many local transit routes don't align with school start or end times, especially in the mornings. So, even when public transport is available, it's not always useful for the students trying to get to class on time.
At the map, you can see that Richmond has very good bus transportation support. And if you look at Northern Virginia and places like Loudoun County and Fairfax, you can see that they have very good bus transportation support. But as you go to the west and to the south, you kind of see that bus transportation support falls down for high schoolers. You can see that there's less ability for high schoolers to get to schools easily, especially in the more rural areas.
Now let's briefly talk about why this issue is even important to address and why should we care. There are 4 main points. Number 1, public safety. Not only are school zone crashes and congestion on the roads affecting school students, but it is also affecting neighborhoods and communities. Number 2, equity and safety. Students from low-income households should also be considered for because they often lack reliable and safe transportation. Number 3, education. Sometimes students also miss school due to lacking proper transportation and therefore they miss class, which is affecting their education. Number 4, traffic safety habits. Growing up in communities and in environments where there are proper safety measures on the road for traffic will ensure that students also grow up to promote the same safety and awareness that should be spread throughout the state and region.
We approach this issue by first identifying the issues we see in our daily lives and analyzing them and cross-referencing them with the data provided. After overlaying these locations and analyzing patterns, we identified issues with access to public transportation, as displayed earlier, and a prominence of speeding in school zones. From here, our team researched and brainstormed various solutions to target these problems, and amongst the several ideas, we finalized our most feasible and realistic solutions and how to implement them.
And now for our proposed solution. Our solution focuses on 4 key strategies to improve student access. First, we prioritize transit upgrades in underserved school zones to ensure that reliable options exist where they are needed the most. Next, we propose adding or improving pedestrian infrastructure near schools to make walking and biking safer. For areas where traditional routes fall short, we recommend piloting micro-transit solutions like shuttles or on-demand vans to help students safely travel that last mile, which is the critical gap between the bus stop and the school. And we also suggest optimizing both bus and public transit routes to reduce delays and better serve student schedules. Lastly, we recommend implementing a solution that involves putting the stop signs on the ground that also light up, so that way pedestrian students, when they are walking, even if they are on their phone, can still see the stop sign that is on the ground, so that way crashes can be minimized and students can be safe while traveling from home into school.
This is a highly feasible plan because we're not building from scratch. We're adapting existing infrastructure such as transit routes, school schedules, and zoning to serve students better. A pilot in the top 3 underserved zones let us test, refine, and scale up efficiently across Richmond and eventually the rest of Virginia.